Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 4 of our world tour at Shanghai Shenxin in China in their second tier, their Chinese Jia League, League 1 or whatever you want to call it. It's the second tier of Chinese football. And since last episode where we had an amazing win against a Super League team in the FA Cup and then of course a good solid win in the league, we had 3 games and it was okay. It was okay. We played Miyazu first of all. Now they're up there with us towards the top of the table. And if we have a look at the match stats here, you can see it was a relatively even game, but it was just one of those days for us. You can see we had a red card, which didn't help the situation. But we couldn't score. We never looked like scoring, to be honest. We were hanging on. You can see none of the match ratings were good. It was just a bad day at the office, and we pretty much got what we deserved. But we did rebound very, very nicely indeed versus Shenzhen. This was a very, very good performance. Patrick opened the goal scoring in the first minute. Hu Gang and Zhao Zhuan got the other 2 goals, 91st minute for Zhao Zhuan, just to put icing on the cake. But you can see they dominated possession, dominated the game. It was a really, really good performance, as the match ratings there would suggest. Now, Gallo had gone off the boil. He'd missed 2 games in a row, so it was a good opportunity to give Wei Yan a game, and he scored again. He's got 2 goals from 2 games, but doesn't really tell the full story of this game. They gifted us all 3 of our goals. There was a penalty for Bowen, Wei Yan and Patrick with the other 2, just capitalising on defensive howlers. You will see that there'll be a goals of the month at the end of the episode, and you'll see Wei Yan and Patrick's goals. They were just howlers is the only word for it. But again, we played well. We did deserve to win. Don't get me wrong. You can see from the match ratings there. But all 3 of our goals, a penalty and 2 gifts. So wasn't as convincing perhaps as the score would suggest. Now today we are going to play Baoding in the league, who are 9th, and then we have a top of the table clash against Yiteng. Now don't let that completely sell you, because we aren't actually top of the league. We are, as you can see there, in 3rd, equal on points with Yiteng, but of course we do have a game in hand with Chong Quinn having already played this round. So if we win today, we could find ourselves joint top. It could literally be a top of the table clash, but we need to go out and win this game first of all. There's just a few little things to catch up on. I want to have a quick look at dynamics, because you can see here managerial support has absolutely swung. So it was very poor when we first took over. Dressing room atmosphere is good. Match cohesion squad is improving. And look at this. No team leaders, which is a little bit of a concern. Our captain and vice captain are still down and other players. But support. Player support, which is important. So that's all good to see. And the other news since last episode, we have signed a new contract. If we have a quick look here, we can see we're up to the end of next season now, so it's essentially a year's extension. We've got a bit of a pay rise up to $1,000 a week, which of course will increase if we do get promotion. And if we look at the profile, because I have now completed the next coaching badge, so it's a Continental C license, and you can see we're coming along nicely. Man management motivating is in double figures, as is attacking, defending, and tactical coaching. Fitness, I mean, I'm a fat bastard, so 4's probably a little bit high, to be honest, for me. But yeah, everything else there is goalkeeping, not a goalkeeper, clearly. Adaptability, considering this is our second country, we can speak languages. I thought that's a little bit harsh, perhaps. And the other stats here, they'll come along. Level of discipline. I thought I was relatively strict on discipline, but maybe not. But anyway, that's sort of where we are sitting as a manager right now. Let's go and have a look at the team we're sending out to play this first game against Baoding. Was it Baoding? Baoding. It's full strength pretty much. It is Zhejiang in goal, our wonder kid. It's Xin, Bao, Peng, and Yu Gang across the back. I'm getting a little bit better with these, aren't I? Wheezy and Wheezy? Wheezy, we'll just call him the Wheeze, and Bowen in midfield. Zhao Zhuan and Ziji give the width. Patrick and Wei Yan, we're going to give him another start, because he's performing. He's 2 games, 2 goals, and Gallo has gone off the boil just a little bit. Alright, so we can see we're pretty much matching up man for man here. Now the problem with Wheezy is that he gets a lot of bookings as a ball-winning midfielder. I do like him in that role, but of course he got the 2 against... What do we want to say here? Let's concentrate on what we're doing here first. I mean, he's been praising you a lot lately. Let's maybe go back to that. The game that we really underperformed was, I think, a step too far for that team talk, but we have rebounded well. We have been getting more praise in the media, so we'll go with that again. So the problem I have with Wheezy right now is that he does get a lot of bookings, and yes, he just kind of went overboard and got a second booking in that one game. That's the only time he's got sent off so far, but we can't really have that. We can't afford to be going down to 10 men on a regular basis. So I'm a little bit concerned about that side of his game. But you've got to expect that in a way from a ball-winning midfielder. That can happen. Other news, I should say, to contract front, Yu Zin here, he has signed a new contract. His contract was up at the end of this year. We've re-signed him. He's a really good, not defensively, but a good attacking outlet down the left. Now there's a nice ball in for Wei Yan. Wei Yan turns, shoots! Oh! Almost. He's capitalized on 2 mistakes so far for his 2 goals as well. So it's not as though he's been tearing up the league in that sense, but he's getting the job done. He's putting the ball in. Oh, I'll tell you what, that came back. Was that a save? Wow, what a save that is. It's not like he's tearing up the league, but he's putting the ball in the net, and that's pretty much what we need him to do. So, as long as he's taking his chances, I think we will leave him in the team for now. Oh, again, the goalkeeper saves us. We might need to give this a show some passion or something here in a second, because we're not really at this. I'm wondering again if we might need to put this team talk away. Oh, was that another save? No, it's a goal kick. It's not having the same effect anymore, is it? We'll give it a show some passion next time we can yell at them. See if that gives anything. We're not in this game whatsoever. Yeah, definitely going to have to put that team talk away. Patrick's done well to get that clear. It's still there. It's not going away. You just get the sense of goals coming here, don't you? You just get that feeling. Come on, boys. Come on. Tackle. Well done. Wang Pang. Can Pang ping one out to Wei Yan? Don't get caught on the ball, please, mate. All right, here's Bowen. I think we can trust him on the ball. Slowing it down. This is okay. We've just got to work our way into this game, really, because we haven't really had a touch, have we? Long ball for Wei Yan. All right, what can Wei Yan do? He's got support with him if he needs it. Wei Yan goes himself. Wei Yan! Wei Yan! Oh! That would have been some goal, wouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this. We're dominating possession, but we're not doing anything with it, and that is the problem. We'll give them a... What do we say to this? I'm wondering if we say it's not too bad. We're dominating the game. We're just not doing anything with it. Look at Yiteng. They're absolutely smashing their opponents right now. It was disappointing. Maybe a calm. I'm not happy. Calm. I'm not happy. And let's get some passionate. We have faith going. For those who haven't responded as well, we really need Wei Yan to step up here. Now, bear in mind that he's still only, I think he's 18 now. He's in a foreign country. He's just moved here. He doesn't speak the language. So we've got to give him a little bit of time. He's not going to be as good as he was for Pasiba straight away. That is a lunging tackle. No, is that a throw for them? I think it is. Yeah, it's not going to be as good as he was for Pasiba straight away. He is going to need time to settle in. Let's get creative. Look at this possession. How have we... There we go. Now that's better. Suddenly we've had a couple of shots in a row there. We might need to make some subs here because we're not creating anything, are we? Let's bring Li Huan on for... Let's bring him on for Zhao Zuan. Let's put Patrick out there. He's done okay filling in as a winger, I'll be honest. We don't really have another striking option because we can't... It's frustrating we can't have Gallo on the bench to bring him on, you know, have sort of him and Wei Yan and sort of what's one or the other. But it really is a case of we start one and the other one just sits out. So that's a little bit frustrating. It is untrue we can have this much of the ball for so long and not have registered a real highlight yet. Let's go. Let's see what happens from this before we go attacking. Come on, boys. Come on. It makes you wonder what we're actually doing with possession. I wonder if we need to maybe go a little bit more direct, perhaps. Short passing, maybe that's a decent ball, but headed clear. Are we going to find ourselves on the end of a counter-attack here? Come on, boys. Let's win this back. Let's win this back. Come on. It hasn't been a good performance, has it? We're not doing anything with the ball. We might need to, as I said, go a little bit more direct on our passing. And try something different here. And can we get that clear, please? We can. Is that the highlight, or can we? No, that we can't. Okay. We're going to try more direct, and we're not going to work the ball into the box because it's clearly not working. Everything else, I think, is fine. We're just not attacking at all, really. I wonder if we should take it off the flanks as well. Just play where the space is. Patrick's not having a great game. We don't really have anyone... we can bring this guy on. For what, though? For what purpose are we bringing this guy on? Do we want... Patrick's not having a good game, though, so let's take him off. Switch them around. Inside forward. Let's just try him as an attacking midfielder. Try and get him into the box a little bit more, perhaps. It's just the front three aren't, or four, I guess, aren't doing anything. Let's try demand more. We're getting a little bit desperate here. Let's go attacking. I don't want to get the sucker punch, but I can't believe we haven't scored a goal in this game. All right, can we get a late one? 30 seconds to go here. Corner comes in. It's headed away. Somebody go and get that, please. If they get to this ball first, oh my God, what are we doing? So note to self that don't let the media put pressure on your team talk. We're benching that because we have been quite poor. All right, can we, with 8 seconds to go and create something here? Decent ball over the top. Are we going to get into this? Go on. Long one. Oh, we can! It's the last kick of the game. He's going to check for offside, I think. Is he? Whoa. What a tense finish. I think he's onside. Is it? It's been ruled off. Has it been ruled off? What's happening here? It's disallowed for offside. He is offside. Oh, he's come back onside though, ref. Well, I don't think we deserved it, but... Oh, that's disappointing. I'm going to be aggressive. That was not good enough. It was a really, really poor performance. Wei Yan, don't look stressed out, mate. You weren't great. We'll just say he's unlucky then. There we go. So there we go. We sit now in third, just outside the promotion places. That's a disappointing result. Look at that. They're down in 10th. That's a disappointing result. But not to worry, guys. Wait right there. We'll be back for our top of the table clash, and surely we'll get 3 points there. Surely? Hopefully. Okay, welcome back. We need to brush off the boringness that was a 0-0 draw and free fire against Yiteng. I'll say are top of the league, and you can see here horrible record historically we have against them. And so probably rightly they are favourites for this game. Let's have a look at the team we're sending out, and there's a few changes, some due to suspension, some due to form. It's Zhejiang in goal, it's Zin, Bayu, Peng, and Yugang as a back four. It's Hatango because Weezer is suspended, and Bowen. Zengu, he wants more football. The guy we're playing there hasn't been playing well, so we're going to play him on the left. He prefers to play deeper though, so just to make him more comfortable playing deeper with Xiao Zhuan on the right. It's Patrick on thin ice, and Wei Yan, who needs a performance as well up top. So we can see they're playing a 4-4-2. Our formation looks a little bit funky there, doesn't it? But it's essentially the same thing. It's just that Zengu's just starting from a little bit deeper. What do we need to say here? We need to say... mention the media. Let's go with a passionate, let's give the fans a performance here. Let's give the fans something to cheer. Some calm, we have faith. And yeah, hopefully we can get some attacking football going, because we haven't looked like scoring goals recently. We had the one good performance against Shenzhen, that was okay. But the last two games, we got gifted 2 and a penalty, as I said, the game before we came back. And then last game, which we saw, there was nothing going on up front. Just a couple of long shots from Wei Yan, that well close, granted, but never really looked like finding the back of the net. Other than that, well, let's see here. We're a relatively even game. They're just starting to strengthen it. Now, we did play this team in pre-season, and they gave us a bit of a lesson, if I'm honest. So hopefully we'll improve from that. A draw here is probably not a terrible result, but you never want to play for a draw, do you? Here's a chance here. Yu Gang next the ball into the back post. Zheng Zhu, that looks like a bit of a dodgy tackle from behind, but they've got away with it. Decent enough crowd in there, isn't it? Looks like. We don't get the biggest crowds, if we're honest with ourselves, so it's good to see a few people in for what is a big game. Come on, let's defend this, boys. Let's nick it and go on a counter-attack. That's what we want to see here, isn't it? Come on. Oh, I'm just losing a little bit of confidence, just simply because we haven't looked good in front of goal recently. Just past the post. What we have done, though, is look good defensively, to be honest. Our back four have been playing really, really well. Let's show some passion. No, that didn't work. We're edging possession, but again, we're not creating anything. We might... I didn't do it last game. We might just look to go a little bit more direct with our passing, perhaps. See if that changes anything. We've just gone off the boil all of a sudden, and I'm not... I did toy with the idea of changing formation, going to a 5-3-2. But Zengu wanted first team football, and I thought it might be a good opportunity to give him that chance and see if he... Sometimes they'll play really well, having got the chance. Heavy touch, that's not good. We don't... that's a bad pass as well. That's a risky pass, but Wang Peng's done well to get out of trouble there. Bowen goes long to the new boy. Come on, son. He's played well when he has played for us, so there's a chance here. Wait, there it is! The new guy. He wants an opportunity. We've given it to him, and he's just laid in a peach of a cross as I spit everywhere in my excitement. I hope you didn't see that. My screen is... Now I'm just going to have to pause this, guys, because my screen is just absolutely covered in my own spit. That is horribly disgusting. Alright, I'm just going to pause here and clean myself up, and then we'll be back for the replay. Okay, let's enjoy this. I'm so sorry, that was horrible. And Wei Yan, look at that for a finish. Side-footed volley. Nicely done, son. I've had a bit of a cold since Christmas, and that was horribly... you don't see it on the screen. Hopefully there's no spatter on the camera. But yeah, that was horrible. Anyway, let's regroup. Let's regroup coming into half-time here. And we have a lead. 1 shot, 1 goal. 1 shot. We only need 1 shot. That was a really nice finish from Wei Yan too, wasn't it? That's showing what he can do. That's showing the sort of form that he had at Pasiba and why we bought him here in the first place. Okay, what do we say to that? We got to say, do we say don't guard against complacency? Do we say guard against complacency, don't think the job is done? I think we do. And then we'll just do a few individual talks here. Just telling people that aren't playing well that they can do better. Try and fire up a few people here as well. And just, as I said, the one thing, and it's probably going to jinx us horribly, that we have been is pretty good defensively. We haven't been conceding many goals, which is a good thing, obviously. We don't want to be conceding goals. So we keep a clean sheet now, and we've got ourselves a massive, massive 3 points. And here comes the early attack. Oh no, too much space. Too much space on the edge of the area, and let's show some passion. I don't think it should have been don't get complacent. The reason in hindsight I don't think it should have been that is that I don't think we were playing the better team. It should have been there's more to come or something. For the second time this episode I've messed up my team talk, and let's be honest, that was a decent effort from the edge of the area, wasn't it? Alright, come on boys, let's fire up and let's see if we can go and retake the lead here. It's not too much going on. We do have another option for right wing on the bench, of course. Zhao Zhuan hasn't been playing, I've got to think about these names, hasn't been playing particularly well lately. He's not really improving, if I'm honest here. We'll give him a couple more minutes here, and no, just in case he reacted to that most recent shout. So we'll take him off. We'll bring on our other option here. And yeah, to see how he goes. I don't think I don't think he can do much worse, if I'm honest. He's a decent enough player. We'll just pause it here, just have a quick look at his attributes. Decent enough, as I said. He's not a long-term option, I don't think. We're going to be able to do better than him long-term. But for now, he's fine. Now, Patrick is again not playing well. When we have someone on the bench that is playing as well as Leng Hogang is, I don't really see the sense in keeping him on, if I'm honest. Gives us one more sub. We might make it here. We'll bring on one of our young midfield options. He can play as a deep line playmaker, so that's fine. And yeah, let's see if we can get creative here and see if we can get this lead back. As I said, I don't think a draw is a horrible result. We're at home though, so I'd like to think we could do a little bit more. Here we go. Chance of a cross. We don't really have much height in there. The new boy, Zhenguhu, it's back post, it's there, it's a goal! Super sub, Yang Guin, or whatever his name is, Hugh has got the goal, and that's his first of the season, and I tell you what, that's what we've been missing all this game, or all the last few games at that right wing spot, is someone getting in the box that can finish, because it just hasn't been happening recently, and look at this, we sucked them over, and good ball over to the back post. It's a really good cross from Zin, isn't it? And that is the lead back in our hands. Now, what do we do? Let's stop and think. Let's tell them to concentrate. 5 minutes to go. We'll stay positive. It's one of these games where they've probably created a little bit more, but they haven't had much of the game. So let's lower this tempo, let's shorten our passing, let's waste time, be more disciplined, play for set pieces, all the good stuff. Slow down. The reason you see there that we were regrouping instead of counter-pressing is they like to play direct. So that's why we were regrouping, anyone who noticed that. Let's go defensive and let's see if we can see out what would be a massive 3 points. I think we've done it. Let's just get rid of it. Use your man here. Use your man. There we go. Goes long. That's okay. Get it down the other end of the field. Wei Yan's picked up a bit of a knock. Twisted knee. But that is a massive 3 points. Not just in this episode because we needed it because the first one was horrible. But in the context of the season, we've just beaten top of the league. That's a good win. Because if we had lost that game, we would have started to lose touch with the top two, wouldn't we? But that, as it is, puts us back into the promotion places. Only 1 point off top against Chongqing. That Wei Yan injury is not too serious, so that's fine. Boyu is set for an extra year. That's good. We want to keep him, I think. And 20 grand, that's okay. We can deal with that. It was worth it for that goal, I think, wasn't it? So that's it for this episode, guys. Just goals of the month to come. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Welcome, of course. And make sure you subscribe. We will be back tomorrow, and it's going to be a massive episode because we have the first leg of our Chinese FA Cup quarterfinal against a Super League team. Where are Changchun right now? They are 14th, so they're struggling, so we've got to be a chance of that, don't we? And then Chongqing, top of the league. We drew them when we played at their place. Can we go and win at home? And that would depends how these games go, but that would almost definitely put us back top of the league, assuming that we play to form in these games, although our form recently hasn't been... Oh, it's been okay. I think performances rather than results have let us down a little bit there. But I'm rambling on as I always do, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain. We'll see you tomorrow, and here are our goals of the month for May, and watch out for some howling defensive errors that led to our goals. Take care.